Hello, guys and gals. I'm back with more Fables of Leonardo da Vinci. This is part 3. And I'm just coming off of filming the one where I did an analysis of the first 5 fables that we read. We will be doing this one slightly different. I'll have an analysis after each fable, and we'll go from there. I'll see if that works. I might wait till the end to do all the analyses. What is the plural of analysis? Maybe it's one of those words like deer that's the plural both ways. I don't know. Anyways, I have to find the right page here. Okay, this one's kind of long. Won't lie. We're going to do this. I'm going to read this. I'm going to turn on the light, though, because I'm having trouble seeing. There. Okay, that's better. Now. Okay. This is entitled The Goldfinch. Okay, let me move something out of the way here. Okay. Okay. Let me get better position. I'm sitting Indian style, and my feet are going to sleep. There we go. Ugh. And it wants to stay on that page. Okay. Okay, this is the Goldfinch, and this is from the legend Cauderugio H63V. Now, I wanted to make sure and add that. I will, as always, go back and give credit to the author. Well, the author is Leonardo da Vinci, but it says here, interpreted and transcribed by Bruno Nardini, introduction by Margaret Meek, and illustrations by Adriana Saviosi Mazza, I believe. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I'm not good with other languages. This was first published in 1973, and there's the information if anybody wants it. I want to make sure to give credit where credit is due. I do love that picture of the fox. Yeah, that's cute. Anyways, so we will be doing the story of the Goldfinch. We'll probably be doing about four stories, 4 fables. Anyways, so when she came back to her nest with a little worm in her beak, the Goldfinch found her children gone. Someone had taken them while she was away. She began to search everywhere for them, crying and calling. The whole forest resounded with her shrieks, but no one replied. Night and day, without eating or sleeping, the Goldfinch hunted for her little ones, searching every tree and looking in every nest. One day, a chaffinch, here, I'm going to highlight that. Chaffinch. I have no idea what a chaffinch is. I'm sorry. Chaffinch said to her, "I think I saw your children at the farmer's house." The Goldfinch went off full of hope and soon arrived at the farmer's house. She perched on the roof, but there was no one there. She flew down into the yard. No one. Okay, now we're going to go over here. I guess that one of them is the chaffinch. I think that's the chaffinch right there, and that's the Goldfinch right there. I'm not sure. Then, raising her head, she saw a cage hanging outside the window. Her children were prisoners inside it. When they saw their mother clinging to the bars of the cage, the children began to cheep, begging her to let them out. She tried to break the bars of their prison with her beak and claws, but in vain. Then, with a great cry of grief, she flew away. The next day, the Goldfinch returned to the cage where her children were trapped. She gazed at them for a long time with great sorrow in her heart. Then she fed them through the bars one by one for the last time. She had brought them a poisonous herb, and the little birds died. Better death, she said, than the loss of liberty. That is actually kind of dark. But I guess that if we were to analyze this one, it's kind of self-explanatory, really, because it says there, better death than liberty. I think it was, I'm going to show that I really wasn't paying attention in history class with this, but I think it was Nathan Hale that said, "Give me liberty or give me death." Either that or Patrick Henry. I can never remember. But anyways, I know that it was some American patriot that said that. Give me liberty or give me death. And I guess that I could see the perspective where actually death was better than being a prisoner. And that, to a certain extent, I can see a deeper meaning in okay, this kind of hits home for me. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get through this. But anyways, when my mom passed away, you see, my mom had been sick a long time. She had gotten diabetes at when she was a teen, and later she had ended up losing her sense of smell due to I think because of her diabetes or something. And then she was diagnosed with cancer, and even though she survived that, she still had a rough time because she was a brittle diabetic. And I always kind of saw her as being a prisoner of her own body, if that makes any sense, Same thing was true of my grandmother when she passed last year. It was around Christmas when she died. But she had really gone downhill, and it got to the point to where she was basically a prisoner in her own body. And so this kind of resonates with me because when somebody dies, you kind of need to see beyond, well, they're dead. I mean, you have to see the good part of it and that they're not suffering anymore. And that's my take on it. Let's go to the next one. That one kind of hit close to home. This one is called The Peach Tree, and it is from the fable RATL 76RA. I don't know what that means. But anyways, it probably says at the end. We are going to take a look at this peach tree. And it looks like there's a broken off branch or something. A peach tree grew near a walnut tree and looked enviously at its companion's branches laden with nuts. Why should that tree have so much fruit, it thought, while I have so little? It's not fair. I'm going to try to do as well. Wait a minute. Why should that tree have so much fruit, it thought, while I have so little? It's not fair. I'm going to try to do as well. Do not attempt it, said the young plum tree that had read the pear tree's thoughts. Peach tree, sorry. Do you not see what thick branches the walnut tree has? Do you not see the strong trunk? Each of us must give according to his ability. I don't know why. There. Where was I? Oh. Each of us must give according to his ability. Think about making good peaches. It is the quality that matters, not the quantity. But the peach tree, blind with jealousy, would not listen. It asked its roots to suck more nourishment from the earth, its fibers to carry more sap, its boughs to bear more blossom, and its blossom to turn into fruit, until when harvest time came, it was laden from top to bottom with fruit. But when the peaches ripened, their weight increased, and the branches could not bear them, nor could the trunk hold up all those fruit-laden branches. With a groan, the peach tree bent, and then, with a great crash, the trunk broke and fell, and the peaches rotted at the foot of the walnut tree. That was kind of self-explanatory. I mean, some people just try to do too much when they don't have the ability to, and in the long run, that's really injurious to them, causes injury to them. While their intentions are good, sometimes they just overreach. That's my take on it anyways. Again, these are opinions. I'm probably wrong. Okay, now this one is really, really, really short. The lioness. From the legend Lioness H22F. So that's a V. I can't read. But this is really a cute picture. And I have read this one already because I was curious. But anyways, it says, okay, here, we're going to do this. The hunters, armed with spears and sharp stakes, approached in silence. The lioness, suckling her cubs, caught their scent and was aware of the danger. But it was too late. The hunters were there and about to strike. At the sight of their weapons, the lioness, terrified, almost fled. But if she had done that, she would have left her cubs to the mercy of the hunters. She decided to defend them, lowering her eyes so as not to see the menacing iron spikes that struck such terror into her heart, and with a despairing bound leapt into the midst of the hunters. Her great courage saved her. Now, this one is, like I say, this one was really, really short, which is good. It was really good, for given the size. The length. Basically, it's talking about facing fears, basically, and how people can overcome great adversity by facing their fears. And not running away and stuff like that. That's my take anyways. We will read one more. This one is called The Swan. Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure that, okay. This is called The Swan, from the legend Signo H13T or something like that. And we are going to look at the swan while I read this. The swan arched his supple neck towards the water and gazed at his reflection for a long time. He understood the reason for his weariness and for the cold that gripped his body, making him tremble as though it were winter. With absolute certainty, he knew that his hour had come and that he must prepare for death. His feathers were still as white as they had been on the first day of his life. Seasons and years had passed without a blemish appearing on his snowy plumage. He could go now, and his life would end in beauty. Straightening his beautiful neck, he swam slowly and majestically beneath a willow where he had been accustomed to rest in the hot weather. It was already evening, and the sunset was touching the water of the lake with crimson and violet. And in the great silence that was falling all around, the swan began to sing. Never before had he found notes so full of love and for all of nature. For the beauty of the heavens, the water, and the earth, his sweet song rang through the air, scarcely tinged with melancholy, until softly it faded with the last traces of light on the horizon. It is the swan, said the fishes and the birds, and all the beasts of the woodlands and meadows. Touched to the heart, they said, the swan is dying. So, basically, this is where we get the term swan song. Basically, I'm pretty sure anyways, a swan song is like one last beautiful note, song, effort, and something that comes out really beautiful in amidst misery. To me, this means that we should basically make the best of our lives. And, okay, wait. That will do it for this one. I've read 4 of these. In the next one, we will read The Oyster and the Crab. That one's short. We will read The Fig Tree, The Spider and the Grapes, and, depending on how long this one is, how about The Lily? We'll read 4 next time, too. But this has been The Fables of Leonardo Da Vinci. This is part 3. Where's my piece of paper at? I don't know what I did with my piece of paper that had that written on it. Oh, here it is. Part 3, okay. That works for me. This was part 3. We read, so far we have read 9 of the 73 fables. Fables of Leonardo da Vinci. And, so yeah. If you like this video, make sure you hit like. and ring the bell so you can basically be informed when I upload. I appreciate all the support. It all means a lot. Make sure you comment. I read all comments and try to respond to them in a timely manner. That being said, I wish everyone to have a great day.